Ashland, also 6-4 in the league. The league standings, Paul, are just upside down. They're topsy-turvy. There's no dominant team. You've got Medfield at 8-3, Bellingham at 7-3, followed by Ashland and Westwood at 6-4. So that's why tonight's winner really stays in contention for the league championship. I'd say the loser tonight will probably make the tournament, but may not stand a chance to win the Tri-Valley League title.
Absolutely. It's a big game from that perspective, and in a very unusual season, in as much as everybody's been knocking off everybody else. So we've talked about it how many times, that Medway now has 5 losses, and it seems inconceivable. They
lost again last night. They're out of it. I think they're 6 losses now.
6 losses.
You had Medfield winning at the buzzer against Holliston last night. This is an enormous week for the Clockers because they're playing Westwood tonight, a team that they were leading 14-0 in the first game they met, but they eventually lost by 12 points. And then Friday night, we've got Dover-Sherborne coming in here, and that's another big game. You got to take one at a time.
It's going to be an absolute humongous game. As Chris Dubose of Dover-Sherborne was here scouting a few nights ago. And, you know, everybody wants a look. They all want to look at the Clockers, certainly. They want to look at everybody else. And the league is coming down to that. It's going to come down to about a game separation, maybe, between the first, 3 teams, 4 teams?
Well,
real possibility of that happening.
You are going to find out in a hurry tonight about the Clockers. Talking to Bob Williams before the game, he's very concerned. Doesn't feel that his team matches up brilliantly against the Westwood team. Plus, Raul Jimenez was really under the weather most of today. Kevin Hatcher was in the whirlpool right up until game time. You'll notice that I think it's his left thigh is heavily taped tonight. So Clockers are hurting, and they need a big performance. And prior to tonight's game, we're going to have a moment of silence for former Ashland great David Ketty, who passed away last night.
Thank you.
David, of course, a terrific former baseball player here at Ashland, and
tough kid who waged a tough battle and unfortunately succumbed to about the nastiest disease on earth.
And we've got tonight Westwood in. They are 6-4 in the league, and their league losses, talking to head coach John Levangie, have come to Millis, Holliston, Bellingham, and I believe the other loss...
Medway. Did you say Medway?
No, they did not lose to Medway.
Oh, you're talking... I'm sorry,
talking about Westwood.
Okay.
Westwood has lost to Millis,
Off on another
Holliston,
planet, I beg your pardon.
But they've lost to the teams... Dover-Sherborne, that was the other one. So they've lost to 3 of the teams that are really, you know, in the middle to the bottom of the pack, and they've also lost to Bellingham, which is right up the top. But Westwood's coming on like gangbusters, and a very tough team, well coached. We saw their JVs win the early game by about 12 points, I think it was, against Mike Connor's JV team. And now for the Clockers, the starting lineup being introduced. The officials tonight, Kevin Salvi and Ron Sudmeyer. They'll be doing the games. Ron Sudmeyer, a late-minute replacement. As you see Kevin Hatcher introduced, you'll notice the heavy taping on that left thigh. Jimenez apparently was under the weather all day and hasn't eaten a thing all day, and was not feeling well right up until game time.
Well, he's a tough kid, and I'm sure he's going to go out there and give it 100% as he always does. And this is a team that needs 100% performance from him if they anticipate a win here tonight.
Well, Bob Williams and his coaching staff, Mike Connor, Scott Soderberg, had the lead against Westwood the first time and then saw it disintegrate. And that was probably one of the poorer performances by the Clockers in the early season. They thought they should have won that game and should have come away with a W in that one. Setting up the starting lineup for Westwood, Steve Prynn, Mark Conley in the backcourt. And up front, you're going to have Reed McLaughlin, Elio Imbornone, and Jeremy Steele. Ambornone, a big wide body. Your kind of player, Paul.
My kind of guy. Takes up space underneath. Tough guy to move out of there under any circumstances.
A tremendous difference with Raul Jimenez, who's that athletic, slender, jumping type, and Ambornone, just a big, strong, muscle kid. This is Conley in the backcourt, hustling up court and driving in for the layup, and it's no good. Hatcher comes down with the rebound of the steal miss.
Boy, it looked automatic, and Steele just rolled it around the rim, and it wouldn't fall for him. And that could be an early break for Ashland.
Here's McConnell. Jump shot is tipped out of bounds, and it's going to be off of the green-clad Reed McLaughlin, so the Clockers will maintain possession.
McLaughlin and Steele fought themselves for it, knocked it out of bounds.
But Robbie had the shot, and there's John Wilson. Threes! Got it! John Wilson! And that's a great sign for Ashland. You'd like to see John heat up right from the start.
The Westwood defense that first time down, they let Robbie McConnell just walk into the lane and put up that soft one that he missed, but they let him in there, never even challenged him.
Oh, the ball went out of bounds off of Matt Mitchell on a nice block of Mark Conley, and Kevin Hatcher was going to go for it and just decided at the last minute not to.
What do they say? You know, never save it under your own basket, but he could have gotten there.
This is Prynne picked up by McConnell. Just an early observation I have, I see John Wilson playing with a lot more intensity than I've seen in the early going of some of the games.
That first shot, it looked good. It looked good all the way up and then all the way in. It was a pretty shot, and we haven't seen him do that lately.
Even
at least
on
not
defense.
This early.
Oh, there's an offensive foul by Mark Conley, and a nice call by Kevin Salvi as Conley just put his shoulder down and rammed into Matt Mitchell, and Salvi right on top of it. Prynne right up in the face of Robbie McConnell. Here's Wilson. They're playing man-to-man, and the ball slapped away from Raul Jimenez coming across the middle, and Prynne picks it up.
That was a pretty move by Raul into the middle, but the ball was just barely slapped away.
Ambornone way out. This is Prynne. Prynne with a baseline jumper, or a jumper from the foul line. He hits it, and it's 3-2. Off now to Matt Mitchell, and he's guarded by McLaughlin. It's man-to-man against the Clockers. Jimenez against Ambornone, throws up the jumper. It's an air ball. Prynne with the rebound. Long pass to Ambornone. He drives, throws it up, no good. Hatcher comes down with the boards, get it off to Wilson.
Nice defensive play there by Raul. Ambornone's a big guy, and Raul gave him nothing.
Wilson jump shot, no good. Hatcher almost got the rebound on top of Steele, but somehow it was knocked into McLaughlin. Here's Prynne down in the forecourt. Off now. A shot up is wild by Conley, and Jimenez down with it. Up to McConnell. McConnell out to Matty Mitchell. Fakes the shot. Off to Wilson. Jump shot, John. Round the rim, no good. Tipped up, and the rebound comes into the hands of Jeremy Steele. John's getting his shots, though, and they're good shots.
Clockers have had no luck under the offensive board. They've been sweeping them down the other end, but they've had no luck on their own shots.
I would think that Raul, if he's healthy and feeling good, should have quite a night on Ambornone on a man-to-man because he's just quicker. He's just quicker. Here's Prynne with the jump shot.
That's nowhere.
No good. The rebound to Steele. He's underneath to Ambornone. His shot, and we've got a foul called on.
Was it Hatcher or Raul?
The foul is going to be on Kevin Hatcher on the block underneath. So far, Westwood's controlled the boards, though, which is rather unusual because the Clockers have not had that many problems on the boards this year. Ambornone misses. Just underway, 12:56 to go in the first half. Round the rim and in. We've got a tie game at 3.
Well, neither club has made a move in terms of trying to take control of this. Ashland's been getting the shots, but they've only had the one drop so far, and that was a three-pointer by John Wilson.
There's another three for John.
Until then.
And John's getting the shots.
They're letting him take the shot. You know, I don't know if the word around the league was let him take it because he's wild, but boy, he's not wild tonight. He's 2 for 2 from the three-point line.
Well, this reminds me, there's a drive down the middle by Prin. Imbornone goes up, misses the shot, the rebound, Jimenez. Jimenez, long pass up to John Wilson. John, drive, stops, pulls up, jump shot, no good, rebound by Jimenez!
You sure he's sick?
Jimenez from nowhere, and it's 8-3. You can see Raul, though, gasping for breath down there, down the other end. He's just under the weather. Out it comes to Conley. McLaughlin, that's McLaughlin. The ball's tipped to Prin, he's in the backcourt. And Salvi right on top gets the violation. John Wilson looks like he is on his game tonight. And this is the way he played against Holliston. At Holliston, he had a tremendous night in that game. Jimenez with Imbornone on him. Raul getting to handle the ball better than I've ever seen a big guy. Here's Wilson underneath the hoop out to Mitchell. Matty drives baseline, lays it up, no good. The rebound, we've got a jump ball, and the arrow is going toward the Clockers. Hatcher inbounded the ball, out to Jimenez, he's in the paint, turns, jump shot, no good. Tipped up, and rebound comes to McLaughlin. Westwood's doing a very good job on the boards.
Raul was way out of control on that shot, turned the wrong way and everything.
Here's Prin.
Couldn't get it to go quite clearly.
Prin coming up with a wild shot. Raul down with the rebound. The rebound up by Wilson, no good. Hatcher, no good. Jimenez up, no good, and he's fouled. So there the Clockers dominated on the fast break, off the rebound by Raul.
They call it on McLaughlin. His first, second on the team.
And Matt Turk is coming into the game and replacing Jeremy Steele. Eight to 3, 11:09 to go in the first half. Jimenez gets it off the front of the rim and it drops through. Second one around the rim, no good. The rebound, Turk, and a foul on Mitchell reaching in from behind. Matt Mitchell called for the foul. I would think that Bob Williams likes what he sees right up to now, but he also remembers that first game when his team blew a 14-point lead. And they come out with a little zone press and terrific pressure, and stolen away by Wilson. Big John, tricky dribbling into the forecourt, and a foul called on Turk in that backcourt.
That's what you want to do.
And the early going, it's been John Wilson for the Clockers. Pass out now to Big John, and he's picked up in the backcourt by Conley. Drives, lays it up, no good. Rebound, Hatcher, lays it up and in. Kevin Hatcher. And that is the way he has developed this year. Kevin Hatcher, one of the most improved players. The ball's tipped away. Hatcher up with it off the steal by McConnell. Pips it back to Hatcher, and Robbie gets it and starts in the backcourt. And slowing things down here. Get under control, guys. The ball is a scramble, and it's going to go the other way. Never had control of it. And Westwood will take over. Prin in the backcourt. The Wolverines still only with 3 points in this game. Long pass over to Prin. McLaughlin picked up by Wilson. Drives the lane. Skies. The shot is no good. Rebound. Raul Jimenez takes it down. Watch out for the charge. Lays it up in. Raul.
Pretty move, huh?
Right around Mark Conley, and we're going to have a timeout by Westwood, as that was a rink-to-rink dash by Jimenez. And Paul, for a big guy, have you ever seen a big guy control the ball like Raul?
Now, when you see him dribble, you hold your breath, but he was completely in control on that rush, brought it down, shifted hands, went around the defender, and laid it up and in. Did a beautiful job of it, and lucky for Westwood that they didn't draw a foul on him.
As we watch the kids progress and develop, I think Raul's game has really improved as far as his ball handling this year. I mean, he always could rebound and block shots, and he's got a nice soft shot facing the basket, that jump shot. I think those are the two areas, that jump shot and the ball handling. Hatcher has done a terrific job getting position and rebounding. I mean, you could just see him develop. And Robbie McConnell has played fantastic, I think, all season long, ball handling, doing a pretty good job of what's expected of him.
Well, if you've been able to watch Hatcher, especially here tonight, as you said about position, he's had perfect position all night. Whether it's been in a rebounding mode or else to take one and put it back up, whatever the case may be. About a year from now, I think he's going to be a guy with a dream season coming up because he's improving at that pace.
Clocker's in the 2-2-1 full court trap, and Westwood gets it down. The jump shot is up and in by Turk over Jimenez, but he had to shoot that ball sky high to get it up over him.
Yeah, he just about brought rain with that shot.
Here's John Wilson in the backcourt as the defense really picking up here now as Jimenez gets it. Raul, tricky dribbles through his feet. Off to Mitchell. Fakes the jump shot, now throws it up and hits it. Matty Mitchell. That's got to help his confidence. 15-5, 10-point bulge for the Clockers.
You always want to see a guy like that contribute at a key time. Get that lead back up to 10. That's a stepping stone. And he did a beautiful job with that, made the fake and put it up.
Ambornone underneath, goes to the hoop and lays it up off the glass.
Elio's got the moves for a big guy, doesn't he?
Got that muscle. I'll bet he plays football. Jimenez, jump shot, nice touch. Misses the shot, and rebound Turk, who's come in and done a nice job off the bench. Matt Turk.
Turk's about the tallest guy in the club for Westwood, isn't he? He's right up there.
Yeah. Westwood not quite as big as they have been in years past. There's a jump shot. Up and in by McLaughlin. 15-9 as Westwood seems to be getting a little rhythm and a little pace to their game right now.
And the last 4 points to Westwood. You don't want to let them break into that lead too much more.
Here's John Wilson working on the outside. Jump shot, John. Good.
Pretty. Beautiful pick right there by Raul to spring him. I don't know if you noticed it, but he ran his guy right into Raul, and that was it. He gave him about 2 feet of daylight, and bang, he drained it.
Down the other end, the pass comes back out to McLaughlin. Now Print at the top of the key. Ready to start the offense. An 8-point bulge for the Clockers. Print fakes the jump shot. Out to McLaughlin. Wilson gets him. And the ball is batted away, and McLaughlin trying to get it into Turk. Down the lane and blocked by Raul, out ahead to John Wilson. Lays it up and in. That was Jimenez, Hatcher underneath, and the long pass out. John Wilson lighting him up here in the first half.
That's 10 for him, and that's the lead. 19-9 right now.
McLaughlin around Wilson, jump shot, no good. Hatcher the rebound. Long pass up to Wilson. Basket hanging, lays it up and in. But give Hatcher credit on that one because he got the rebound and the pass. And it's 21-9 with 6:54 to go here in the first half of action from the Ashland Gymnasium. 12 points, a dozen right now for Wilson. And the Clockers doing a good job on the boards, coming back, Hatcher and Jimenez.
Well, you hate to say anything, but since the last time out, which was also called by Westwood, the Ashland offense has come back at an even more explosive pace, including, 3 breakaways?
Wilson's been down there, yeah.
He's been down there, and, they must have seen something that said, get the ball and spring John. But Hatcher's control the boards in those 2 instances and broken him loose.
Been a good first half of the Clockers, 21 points with almost 7 minutes to go.
I would anticipate, Roy, that it's got to be part of the game plan of Westwood to try and hammer the ball inside, but they've had no success doing it. Imbrunoni has only one field goal. He's been to the line, but he's only got 1 field goal. He's rolled a couple around the rim. He should be having a better night than this.
Almost a walk, and here's Prynn up on the left perimeter. Jump shot around the rim and through. Steve Prynn.
Leading scorer for the Wolverines with 4 is Steve Prynn. That wasn't a pretty shot, but it went down.
21-11. Shot by Jimenez is no good. A steal is in there and blocked that. Here's Prynn coming down, stops, throws up a jumper. No good. Steele with the rebound. Off the glass, no good. And Jimenez tips it to Hatcher. Off to McConnell. Hustling into the forecourt, off to John Wilson. John's in the corner, and comes back out. And to McConnell. Three-pointer for Robbie. Off the glass and in. Not pretty, but it counts. 24-11.
Said I had it all the way, Coach. I knew I was going to do that. I wanted to do that.
That's the way he had it figured. McLaughlin down the lane. Tuck gets it up and in. And Matt Turk has done a nice job coming in off the bench.
Yeah, why is this guy off the bench? He's got 4 points. Oh, well.
And Steele is now covering Jimenez on the man-to-man. Wilson a 3. Got it!
Wow!
John is hot tonight.
3 for 3.
27-13. 14-point bulge, the largest of the game for the Clockers. Dave Benoit in there, and now McLaughlin goes around and underneath the steal. Oh! Jimenez! And a foul on Jimenez, called by Selvey. Crowd comes to life when Raul, he just got great instincts, terrific instincts. Chris Mooney's coming in now for Kevin Hatcher, who gets a blow. Kevin's done a terrific job on the boards, just terrific.
Boy, Selvey was there for the call, but it looked like all ball from this angle.
27-13. Steele misses the shot. Now, this is that 14-point lead that the Clockers had over in Westwood, so beware. Although it was a little earlier in the first half. Steele misses them both, and the ball is tipped out, and Dave Benoit has it go off of his foot out of bounds. Prynn gets it in bounds to Abdu. Abdu to McLaughlin in the left corner. Prynn at the top of the key. This kid can shoot. Good little point guard, and this is Abdu. McLaughlin.
I don't know why you'd mess with a perimeter game when you're down 14 points.
Steele. Stolen away by Wilson. Big John going to the hoop. And he's fouled by McLaughlin. Took it right to the hoop. John's got fire in his eyes tonight. Terrific intensity. Just playing a different level tonight. He has really brought his game up a couple of notches tonight.
I think everybody has probably been advised of how important this game is, and certainly when they were having been embarrassed in the first meeting against Westwood, what do you want to do? You want to come back and say, hey, we weren't ourselves that night.
Here's John for 2. Nothing but net in the first.
16 points for John.
28-13. It's a 16-point lead now at 29-13. This is Abdu in the backcourt with Prynn. Goes by McConnell, drives down the lane off to Turk, and it's blocked by Chris Mooney, but a foul called on Big Chris. Well, Imbornone and Turk are going to battle the 2 big men for the Clockers. That's Jimenez, Mooney, and Hatcher when he's in there, and it's an interesting matchup, quite frankly, when you get the 2 wide bodies against the 2 sleek kids. This is Turk, round the rim and out. He's played a heck of a first half for the Wolverines.
He really has. He was the first substitute into the game, and he's been in ever since.
And he misses them both. The ball is tipped up, and it's grabbed by Benoit. Up ahead now to John Wilson. He gets around one, keeps driving. Ball stolen away by Prynn. You can see that coming. Here's Prynn. Down and up and in. You could see that one coming. 29-15. Wilson off to Jimenez. Imbornone. guards him and gives Raul that long jump shot. No one's there to rebound except for Westwood. Down underneath, laid up, no good. The rebound by John Wilson, and he's fouled by Imbornone. Rips him down. And 3:56 to go here in the first half. Clockers get the ball. Robbie McConnell up, and he's called for walking.
Steps.
Westwood gonna increase the pressure a little bit. Little Steve Prinz, a nice little point guard. Stops, throws up the jump shot, and hits it.
That's 8 points for Prin, leading scorer for Westwood.
He is quick. Very, very quick.
You know, this is the point where the Clockers need a basket. They don't want Westwood to even dream that they can get back anywhere close in this first half.
Prin right up in McConnell's face, and now Wilson. He's got it, and we're looking for John to do something, and it's stolen on the other side of the floor. Nice steal by Abdu. He drives up into the forecourt, off to Imbornone, back to Abdu. As this unit is cutting points off the lead. Prin, guarded by Robbie McConnell. Underneath Imbornone, off to Turk. The shot is no good. Rebound by Benoit. Here's McConnell, guarded by Prin. Off to Jimenez. Stops, fakes the jumper, and now out to McConnell. Benoit. John Wilson. 2:29 to go, first half. John off to McConnell, and Prin is just all over him. Now Jimenez goes by.
Oh, wow.
Imbornone, no call there. Wilson. He gets it off to McConnell, and Robbie goes into the corner. Watch out. Gets it around to Chris Mooney, and back out to Wilson.
Not from there, John.
Here's McConnell, three-pointer, line drive, got it!
Had it all the way, coach. Didn't use the glass, but he had it all the way. That's 2 3-pointers for Robbie.
32-17. Prin gets the reach-in call against McConnell. When the Clockers hit from outside, they're a devastating team.
There's no question about it, because you can't adjust both ways. You know, you always the instinct is going to be to collapse inward on Jimenez and whoever else is in there with him. But if you've got to worry about a couple of guys taking pop shots and hitting them from right around that three-point line, you've got your hands full.
We've got a couple of substitutions here for the Clockers. Into Turk now. Jimenez goes to the bench. Remember, he wasn't feeling well.
Eddie McPherson's in from number 34.
Yeah, Eddie's in the game, and he's really come on like gangbusters. Imbornone goes around him, and Mooney gets the foul call. Chris Mooney, as Imbornone's going to go up.
That's second on Chris.
Minute 36 to go, 15-point Ashland lead. And I'm sure Bob Williams would love to go to the locker room right now and would really like to see his team just take some time off that clock. Imbornone at the line, misses the foul shot. Westwood has not been very proficient at the line tonight at all.
They're 1 for 7 to this point, and 1 for 8.
Rated. Big Ed McPherson up for the rebound. Dave Benoit. McPherson off now to Benoit, and to Chris Mooney, and Chris gets it off to Dave Benoit, and Dave drives, lays it up, no good, gets his own rebound, is clobbered by Imbornone.
That's a mismatch.
Clocker's playing very, very well right now, though. Very, very well. That was not a shooting foul as Wilson goes to the line, jump shot, got it! John's got that range tonight. Very dangerous, 34-17. Prin for three, misses the shot, the rebound comes down. Should be jump ball, maybe.
No, foul called.
Ron Sudmeyer, the official, got a foul on Chris Mooney. That's number 3 on him. 53 seconds to go in the half, and Mark Conley is at the line.
This will be 1-1.
2-shot foul.
Beg your pardon, 2-shot. I thought it was 1-1. Okay.
Oh, laid off. Matty Mitchell for Chris Mooney as Chris picked up 3 quickies. And finally, they hit that shot. There's Eric Backstrand in the corner for the Clockers. McPherson almost touched it, and then luckily has a Clocker ball here. Round of pick, set by Backstrand is Wilson. Jump shot from the corner, got it again.
Holy cow.
Johnny is just on fire tonight. He is feeling his oats and just putting on a show here in the first half. The best first half of basketball, the best half of basketball he's played for Ashland ever.
21 points worth.
Prynn, his shot, no good. Wilson with the rebound. To Dave Benoit, as John Wilson has just been unbelievable. Backstrand jumper, no good. Rebound, McPherson, up and in, Eddie McPherson.
That wasn't a shot by Backstrand, it was a pass.
20-point bulge for the Clockers, 38-18.
And an assist.
Steal underneath to Imbornone, off his hands. The Clockers putting on a clinic tonight. Up to John Wilson. Long shot. If that went in, I think that was with a second to go. John Wilson, a 21-point first half. Best basketball that he has played for the Clockers in his history. Just a spectacular first half of action for the Ashland Clockers as they leave the floor with a 20-point bulge, 38-18. And at this pace, they will score the most points that they've ever scored this season.
I would think so.
And if you use the Paul Burke theory, 64 points a game should win it, 2 points a minute. But anyway, it's 38-18 at the half. And we're going to take a little break and then come back with our halftime show in just a short while.
It's 38-18 in favor of the Clockers, and we'll give you the scoring summary. First of all, for Westwood, leading them with 8 points is Steve Prynn. Checking in with 4 points off the bench was Matt Turk. Elio Imbornone has 3 points. Reed McLaughlin has 2, and Mark Connolly 1. Their total of 18. And in what would be conservatively described as a very disappointing scoring total for that first half for the Wolverines. On the other side, for the Clockers, chipping in with 2 points apiece, Matt Mitchell, Kevin Hatcher, and Ed McPherson. And I'll tell you, for those 3 guys, those 2-point buckets, they all came at big times, believe it or not. Raul Jimenez has 5 points so far. Rob McConnell has drained a couple of 3-pointers. He has 6. But the leading scorer by far in the first half, John Wilson with 21 points, and Ashland has a total of 38.
Well, John Wilson has just played, I think, his finest half of all. Clockers came out of the locker room almost a couple of minutes after they went in. Bob Williams had to say to the guys, hey, you played a great half, just go out there and do it.
Do it again, play another one.
And I would think that he's got to be a bit concerned to make sure that Jimenez and all those guys, especially John Wilson, keep up that intensity, keep doing what they're doing. They probably didn't even want the half to end or the game to end.
No.
They probably just wanted to keep going because they're in such a great rhythm. I mean, they really did. That was a great half of basketball for them. And Westwood still has not come out, and there's a minute 20 left on the clock here. And you know they're going to come out and make a charge.
Well,
I would think.
They've got to do something. I mean, they played primarily man-to-man defense in that first half and unsuccessfully. So you got to wonder what they're going to do.
But John Levangie, their head coach, has come out. Westwood's still in the locker room. The head coach is out, so I don't know what's happening unless it's a team-only meeting. But for a team that's won 5 of 6 and has been the talk of the Tri-Valley League, they didn't look it.
Well, this first half tonight certainly hasn't been their night.
I think one of the early keys to me, Paul, was the defense that John Wilson started playing right off the bat on McLaughlin. I think that's who he was matched up against, and he was just in his face the first time down. That was right after he hit that three-point shot to start off the Clockers, and he has just not been stopped since then as Westwood comes out now.
Speaking of Reed McLaughlin, he leads his team out onto the floor.
There's the buzzer. They're not even going to have any shots. Usually a team comes out and loosens up a little bit, but they're down by 20. And the Clockers just hope that they continue doing what they've been doing. And that is playing good defense. They've been getting great outside shooting tonight, though, from Wilson.
Well, McConnell drained a pair of three-pointers. He hasn't done that often. I mean, you know, you like to see the kid shoot, and you know he can shoot, but he drained a pair of three-pointers. And including a beauty off the glass. That's my kind of shot.
Had it all the way, Coach.
Absolutely. Had it all the way, Coach. Nothing to worry about.
He doesn't get too much arch on it, but I tell you, if the ball goes in the hole, no one cares.
It counts.
And the Clockers going to put the ball in bounds here, as they're going to go with Wilson, Hatcher, Mitchell, McConnell, and Jimenez. Back it comes to McConnell, and he's picked up by Prinn in the backcourt. And McConnell spins away.
Westwood has stayed in that man-to-man.
Jimenez out, Imbornone on him, throws up a jumper, that's way wild. Rebound to Steele.
That wasn't his shot.
Raul thought he was fouled on that.
And there you go.
Long lead pass up to Conley, and he's fouled by Mitchell. Raul,
you know, twice Raul has tried that, and neither time did he make a good move. You know, he may have thought he was fouled and everything else, but frankly, that's a shot that he shouldn't have tried.
So on the line is Conley for two. And he hits it. Westwood did not help themselves in that first half foul shooting.
No.
Something like 3 for 10 or so. They were just atrocious at the line. And Conley bangs in two. And on the defensive end, Wilson is picked up immediately by McLaughlin, and McLaughlin is going to be covering him all over now.
Westwood shot 2 for 10 from the line in the first half.
2 for 10, wow.
Just not an inspired total.
Off to Robbie McConnell. Underneath, ball stolen away by Imbornone. You can see the defense tightening up a little bit. Conley drives down the lane, lays it up and in. Off the glass. Pass in now to Wilson and batted out of bounds by McLaughlin. Clockers having some trouble under pressure. The tempo early here has been Westwood's. Pass in, knocked out of bounds by Conley again. The Clockers having trouble getting the ball in bounds here. Now it comes up to Raul. Raul dribbling around and looking for someone to pass it to. Ball stolen away on the pass. That's 3 times down. Nothing much for the Clockers as Prinn gets it. Off to McLaughlin for 3. No good. Imbornone. The rebound no good. Rebound Hatcher. Long pass up to Wilson. John hits it on the sneak away. McLaughlin couldn't stay with him there. Nice pass up by Robbie McConnell. 40-22, 18-point lead. Conley gets it out to Steele. Steele drives down the lane. We got a foul called.
Well, Mitchell's down holding an ankle.
And the foul's on Matt Mitchell.
That's 3 on Matt, so he's in foul trouble. Chris Mooney also has 3 on him.
Out it comes to McLaughlin. Steele, jump
up.
shot. Round the rim, no good. Tipped up and Jimenez down with it. Raul leading the fast break. Watch out for the charge. Around his back.
He walked.
Yep.
He walked. Oh, Raul. Got to dribble a ball.
But for a big guy, he really moves with that ball and controls it pretty well. Got to give it up, though. You don't want to see a big guy dribbling with it. Here's Prinn. at the foul line. A jump shot, no good. The rebound, Jimenez rips it off. Up ahead now to Wilson. Steps back for a three. No good. Rebound, Benoit. Back out to Wilson. Jump shot, no good. Rebound underneath Jimenez.
Oh, tell me he wasn't clobbered. Okay.
So Jimenez is going to go to the line. Raul seems to be taking control of the boards right now.
That one was on Connolly, his second.
And remember, Raul has not been feeling well all day today. Misses the first one. 13:45 to go in the game.
There you go.
Second. You just know that the Wolverines are going to have a charge somewhere here in the second half. McLaughlin. Ambornone working one Hatcher underneath. Steele and Jimenez underneath. We got McLaughlin, and he's fouled by Wilson.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Crowd still pouring in. This was an early game, and
some folks may not have realized
sputtering in. Ambornone underneath. Out to Conley. Conley, McLaughlin underneath to Ambornone. Gets it up and in off the glass. Elio Ambornone. 17 points. Clocker in the lead. McLaughlin really making Robbie work. Here's Wilson driving, throws it up and in. John Wilson.
Well, you know, he's got a beautiful touch from the baseline, and that's something that takes talent and it takes practice, because that is not an easy shot.
Underneath to Elio. Ambornone, his shot is up and in. For the first time, I thought that Raul Jimenez was smart not to go after it, because he would have got a foul again.
Well, why go after him? You're up by 17 points. I mean, have discipline. No need to foul in this situation.
Pass in is stolen away underneath by Steele. Here's Brent.
Oh, wow.
And now he's fouled underneath by Jimenez.
That's a second on Raul. But, you know, here you are in a half. You're up by 17 points, and that's 14 fouls so far. You know, why put these people in the bonus and give them free shots for the last, what, say 8 minutes of the game? There's absolutely no need to do that.
Well, timeout call right now by the Clockers with 12:30 or 12:29 to go in the basketball game, and Bob Williams' team in the lead by 17 points.
Do you think you'll pull Raul for the time being? I didn't see anybody go to the bench, to the table. I can't say I was watching, but
I think he'll let Raul go to 3 and then see if he gets a couple of minutes out of someone, either Chris Mooney or Ed McPherson, and
yeah.
see what happens. But right now, I think Westwood has really taken the tempo of the game and taken it over, Paul. I really do. And if they could start hitting and making a couple of stops on the Clockers down the defensive end, they'll get right back in this ball game.
Of course, on the other hand, in 3.5 minutes, they've cut the lead by 3. So, you know, Ashland is obviously in the driver's seat, but you know, just don't let them foul. Take good shots, and this will go their way.
McLaughlin misses the shot ahead to Wilson. He drives, lays it up and in, and a foul called on Conley. That was a sneak away, a great pass by Raul Jimenez up to Wilson, who just continues to light him up tonight.
I can't believe that Conley tried to beef at that call. I mean, you know, come on, pal, that's automatic. You've played this game before. You know what's going to happen when you do that.
John just continues to get the shots and to make them. Around the rim and out, and Ambornone with the rebound. Up ahead now to Conley. Conley from three-point range pulls it back, and Abdu out to Prynn. Prynn, Brown McConnell, and Ambornone with it. And this is Conley for 3. He cans it. So it's 45-28.
That was the first three-pointer tonight for Westwood.
Robbie McConnell called for the double dribble. And it's 45-29, 16-point lead. The offense has been John Wilson. You'd like to see someone else come up with a couple of points here. been man-to-man both sides so far. Conley's shot is up and in. Mark Conley heating up with 5 in a row now. Robbie McConnell comes up into the forecourt and gets it off to John Wilson, and John off to Dave Benoit, and Dave back out and off to McConnell, to Wilson. Hatcher dumps it in, and we've got a foul called.
A kick
ball on Imbornone. Wow. 11:23 to go. The Clocker offense doesn't seem to have that rhythm or the continuity right now.
Well, Hatcher and McConnell worked a nice give and go, but I don't know if they realized it because McConnell couldn't quite catch up with the ball.
Wilson for 3. Shot is no good. Rebound Prin. Up ahead to Conley. He's driving for the hoop. Watch out. Lays it up and in. Conley has got 7 straight points here for Westwood. And it's 45-33. And here comes that charge. Stolen away. Abdu. Up and in. Stealing the ball from John Wilson. 45-35. And we've got a foul called on Prin. So just like that 19-point bulge is down to 10. You knew it was going to happen. The pressure continues. And they get it up now to Raul Jimenez in the forecourt. You don't want to have your big guy dribbling behind the back. Off to McConnell. Jump shot. Round the rim. No good. Prin with the rebound. Good shot, though. Long pass up, and Hatcher gets the ball and knocks it out of bounds as Kevin, with that blazing speed, gets down there and gets his hand on it. 10:41 to go in the game, and I'll tell you, there's a lot of time to go.
There's plenty of time to go. Clockers have to find some offense someplace, though, because obviously they didn't come out with the kind of heat on that they had in that first half.
All of a sudden, Abdu left wide open, and he lays it up and in.
Not much defense either on that play.
The 20-point bulge is down to 8. Jimenez off to Hatcher. Lays it up and in. As they gambled, and Westwood wants to up-tempo it right now and just play that up tempo as McConnell gets the foul called. Up and down the floor they go, and Westwood wants to get in a shootout here with the Clockers. Clockers, of course, just want to take time off that the time clock. Abdu, who's got him? Mitchell. And the 3 misses, and Jimenez comes down with the rebound. Off to Wilson, picked up by Conley. Conley overplaying on the right. So John goes down the left and is fouled, and no call, but ball goes out of bounds off Westwood. Ten-point lead. Jimenez underneath, lays it up and in. Just the athleticism of Raul over Imbornone. Now it's up to 12. Here's Prin hustling in the forecourt. Prin back out to Conley. Conley picked up by Mitchell. Drives down the lane off to Imbornone. Get the hoop and a foul call. Elio Imbornone underneath.
Hatcher.
And that's Kevin Hatcher. 9:50 to go. That's an eternity in this ball game.
Yeah, especially now because that puts Westwood now into the bonus situation next time down.
Imbornone hits the foul shot. It's down to 9 points. Imbornone goes out. Steele comes in. As John Lavangi's team is really coming on strong here in the second half. Up ahead to Mitchell. Matt drives, lays it up and in. It's an offensive shootout here at the old Ashland gym.
Well, I mean, they broke the press. They doubled. They tried to trap McConnell and they broke it. So that left somebody wide open, and happened to be Mitchell, and he capitalized.
Prin. He's out at 3-point range. Nice pick. Goes down the lane, throws up a jumper, no good. Rebound Hatcher. Long pass up is stolen away by Conley. They tried the outlet pass, and it almost worked. Conley off to McLaughlin. His 3. No good. Rebound up to Robbie McConnell. He's up into the forecourt. Tricky dribbling. Shot is no good. Rebound Conley. It's just sloppy ball on Jimenez.
And McConnell hit the floor.
I think Raul's called for the foul. Yeah.
Yep.
That's 3 on him. Silly foul with 9 minutes to go.
And Westwood goes to the line.
So it's 11 points right now, but a lot to be concerned about if you're in the Ashland side, because the offense has just not clicked, and I get the feeling, Paul, that Westwood is dictating the tempo of this game.
Well, it's a situation, again, that, Ashland came out and tried to do what they did in the first half, which was to pour it in from outside, and did not have the conspicuous success in that attempt that they had early in the game, and that has really stalled on their offense. They've done very little from the inside in this game, possibly because Raul is not feeling good, but, nevertheless, once they're in a situation where they're, unable to do at least one of those two things properly, obviously they're going to run into difficulties. And frankly, again, they came out here at the end of the half, at the beginning of the half, they came out with a 20-point lead, and the first thing that they brought it on themselves to do was to commit fouls all over the floor. And so with 9 minutes to go in the game, they're putting these guys on the line 1-1, and that could really make this a long game.
Robbie McConnell limping with that tender ankle of his. And Mark Conley is really heated up here in the second half. Conley with a one-on-one situation. Got it. Westwood hit a few more of their foul shots in the first half. This would be a pretty tight game.
Not to mention some of the putbacks that they had underneath.
Conley misses, but the rebound comes to Prynn, and it's batted away by Jimenez. Now Prynn off to Conley on the right side, and ball's batted away by Mitchell. Out ahead now to Prynn in the backcourt, and it's wild. Race up and down basketball. Steele lays it up, no good. Rebound Mitchell. Pace, slow it down, Clockers. They've got the ball up ahead now to Wilson. To Jimenez. He rolls right around Steele, lays it up and in, and Steele is fouled. He fouled Jimenez. Raul wanted the ball.
Not only that, Roy, he put it up with his wrong hand. He's a lefty, and he put it up with his right hand beautifully, just laid it up there and in.
Here comes Imborn on the wide body. Raul could do this all night in that low post. He could go around anyone. He's so quick. 53-41. Shot is good. This is Abdu in the backcourt. Off to Prynn. 13-point Clocker lead.
Oh, don't foul. Come on, guys. Can't do that.
That's McConnell's foul.
Was it McConnell or Hatcher?
I believe that's McConnell.
Okay.
3 on him.
That would be 3.
8:25 to go. It's been a pretty slow half as far as time. It's been a lot of whistles at the Westwood pace. Prynn hits the first. And the second. Up to Wilson. John gets the pick. Drives, misses the shot, and we're going to get Hatcher on the foul on the top. And a couple more freebies. And of course, if you're Westwood, you love this. The clock's not rolling, and you get a chance to get 2 more. So the Clockers.
If anything over the years, Roy, I think that it's a fair statement that Ashland has always had a propensity to foul too much.
And at the line is Duffy. Westwood so miserable in the first half, doing pretty good at the second half from the foul line. Down to 10. Duffy's second shot is no good, and Hatcher comes up with it. To Wilson. Wilson's pass is stolen away by Duffy. He's tried to lead Raul Jimenez with Imbornone on him. Suddenly we've got a game. Imbornone around Hatcher. Jimenez. No good, and a rebound by Wilson.
And, you know, again, Dave Levangie screaming for a foul, and he's got a point.
John Wilson. Off to Jimenez. Lays it up. No good. The tip by Noah, and finally Westwood. Prynn hustling into the forecourt, and it's out of bounds. off a Hatcher. Just wild racehorse basketball up and down. The Clockers going 6 deep. Got to be a little tired here. The pace of this game has been up and down. Conley. Abdu. Off to Imbornone. McLaughlin. Stolen away by Hatcher. Up ahead to Robbie McConnell. And we've got a charge on McConnell. 4 on Robbie with 7:17 to go in the ball game. Ten-point lead. Prynne in the paint, hits it. 8 points.
Prynne went right around McConnell, and I don't know if it's because of his ankle or whatever, but he went right around him, absolutely no challenge. Took it to the hoop and put it in.
This is Wilson. John stops, throws up a jumper and hits it.
Oh, mega
What a
bucket.
big hoop.
Mega bucket.
What a big hoop by John Wilson from the baseline. 10 points. Benoit's coming in now for McConnell.
McConnell goes out.
Got 4 fouls with 6:48 to go in the ball game. Ball handling is going to be very, very important. You'll see John Wilson and Jimenez, I would think, take it up more. Here's Conley down the lane, up and in.
They were lucky they weren't called for grab right then on his way through.
Abdu called in the foul on Benoit. Back to 8 points, 6:33 to go. That, friends, is an eternity right now. Up to John Wilson. John, around off to Hatcher. No good. Jimenez lays it up and in. Big hoop by Raul Jimenez on the rebound. 58-48. Clockers by 10. Prynne off to McLaughlin. To Conley. Conley fakes the jump shot. Up, no good. Rebound is tipped. Back to Conley. Up and in.
I want to see him take the ball right at somebody. They got to get that 6th foul. At least to equalize the bonus situation.
Raul in the lane. Up and in. Raul taking charge.
Didn't follow the shot. He knew it. Put it up. Turned away. Goodbye. See you later, Joe.
60-50. Prynne to Abdu. Back to Prynne. Getting away from the helter-skelter, which helps. This is Abdu in the paint. Could be 3 seconds here. Conley picked up by Mitchell. He drives into the paint. Puts his shoulder in. I think we're going to get a...
No, it's going on Matt.
Matt Mitchell gets the call with 5:23 to go.
It's 4 on Matt. Conley had 16 points in the second half.
Boy, he's been tough. Misses the foul shot.
That's a break.
Eric Backstrand comes in. Been out most of the season with an injury. Making his first appearance of the season. (60-51). Benoit picked up by Prynne. Hustles into the forecourt. Gets it off to Backstrand. Oh, his pass just lobbed and stolen away by Conley.
Don't foul him, John.
Conley hits the shot, and it's 60-53. 7 points now. It's the closest it's been. Jump shot by Wilson, no good. Rebound is up and rolling around on the floor. Wilson tips it, stolen away by Prynne. Prynne goes in, lays it up and in, and it's 5 points, 60-55. That 20-point lead is down to 5. Wilson into the forecourt. 5 points. Backstrand takes a 3. I would think that's an ill-advised 3.
That one was.
And Robbie McConnell is hustling it into the game along with Matt Mitchell. 5 points, 4:14 to go. As Westwood has fought their way back into this one. And if you're Bob Williams and the Clockers, you've got to find a way to slow the pace down a little bit and get some scoring.
Well, their shot selection in many instances has been very suspect here in the second half, to say the very least, and they're fouling too much. You know, they could have given Connolly his shots.
Well, they're going to have
but frankly, then they still would have had a lead. Although they still have a lead, but you know.
They're going to have to work the ball in low to Jimenez and go back to that game rather than starting from the outside. They're just going to have to pour the ball in the paint and let them go to work on the big guys underneath, because I still think that Jimenez can do what he wants if he gets the ball in there and goes to the hoop smartly. 4:14 to go. That's an eternity. As Westwood has really come out and put a charge into this second half. McConnell with 4 fouls. This is Conley. Underneath. Blocked by Jimenez and Imbonon. Smartly gets it out off of Jimenez.
Nice play by the big guy.
Watch the inbounds pass. They've been sneaky here. Gotten a couple of cheapies. Fouls are killing the Clockers. This is Conley for 2.
That's a brick. Okay.
Hatcher. Off to Wilson. Up now to Robbie McConnell. Slow it down now. Slow it down. Get it back out to John Wilson. Take the time off that clock.
That's it. 5 seconds? No?
Oh, Imbonon was all over Jimenez.
Okay.
That's all you got to do. Clocker's not in the bonus, though.
Next time.
So
I believe.
They're going to get the ball out of bounds. Jimenez outside. Long jump shot. He's fouled by Imbonon.
That's 4 on Imbonon. So that'll be a 2-shot foul. But from here on in, Ashland shoots foul shots. So that could be a help.
Westwood's been shooting them since over 9 minutes.
Over 9 minutes, exactly. 9 minutes, 3 seconds. The first time they went to the line 1-on-1.
Jimenez misses the shot. Fasten your seatbelts. We're coming down the stretch of another thriller. Raul hits the second. 6-point lead. Prin hustles into the forecourt. Drives right down the lane. Misses the shot, and Hatcher down with the rebound off to Mitchell.
There was contact. I mean, I thought it might have been a charge. Nothing was called, but there was contact there.
Here's John Wilson. We got a foul called on Wilson.
Call a charge on Wilson?
Wow. This is Prin. Hustling. At the foul line. Back out to Abdu. Abdu shakes and bakes down the lane. No good. And Jimenez comes right down with it. It's going to the forecourt. Watch the charge, Raul. As the ball is picked clean by Conley. 3:05 to go. Prin fakes the 3. Comes up for the jumper and hits it. 61-57.
That was a double dribble, I think. I think John just got away with one.
2:49 to go. 4-point lead for the Clockers. Jimenez has the shot blocked and tipped out of bounds by Imbonon. Hang on to your seat. 61-57, 2:43 to go in the ball game. Need a hoop. Jimenez, 3. Mitchell. Hatcher with the rebound. Jimenez. Off to Wilson. Drives down the lane. Left-hander up and in! John Wilson! Big hoop. 2:27 to go. Conley drives. Imbonon. Back out to Abdu. Prin. 63-57. Conley, runner. Hatcher with the boards. Off to McConnell. Robbie. Into the forecourt. Throws it away to Conley. Conley behind his back. Off to Prin. Jump shot. Up and in. Prin just lighting them up off the glass. Back to 4, 63-59. Racehorse basketball, 1:50 to go in the ball game. Tipped out of bounds. Clockers need another couple of hoops here.
No, I think he called a foul.
Yes, he did.
He did indeed. It's on Abdu.
Benoit was going to go in for Mitchell.
No,
Mitchell's going to shoot the fouls. He's awful tired. You practice these foul shots, and these are the keys. Minute 44 to go.
1-on-1 situation. Big one.
Got it.
Look at that.
Little Stevie Prin for Westwood can really light him up. He's done a nice job shooting from outside. Mitchell's second shot around the rim, no good. Rebound McLaughlin to Prin. 5 points. Prin off to Abdu. Conley works to Prin. Prin fakes the jumper as Hatcher got in his face. McLaughlin a jumper, no good. Rebound is up and white ball as McLaughlin couldn't save it. Benoit's coming in. 1:20 to go in the basketball game for Matt Mitchell. Someone's going to have to help out getting the ball in now. Off to Jimenez. Jimenez up into the forecourt. Watch out for the charge. Has the ball stopped, and Imbornone gets the call for the foul. That should be it for him.
I think that's it.
Imbornone couldn't believe the call, and a technical foul. Technical foul called on the Westwood bench. Ron Sudmeyer had heard enough.
You know, it's a tough call on Imbornone, and I can understand his frustration, but, you know, there's a time and a place where you just have to swallow, and that's part of this game.
Got to learn poise.
Cuts both ways. But there comes a time when you just have to say, that's it. You know, I've said my piece, and you just have to stop talking.
John Levangie having a few words now with Salvi and Sudmeyer. And we're going to have Jimenez shooting the 2 shots. He has 2 shots here. Key point in the game. No good. Minute 16 to go in the game. Around the rim and out. And now Wilson's going to go shoot the 2 technicals. Turk is coming into the game. And the Clockers will get possession. No good. That's 3 in a row that they have missed. No good. They have missed 4 straight foul shots. .116 to go, 5-point Clocker lead. McConnell works around the pressure. Swallowed up. Wilson takes a 3.
Nope.
Jimenez lays it up, no good. Hatcher, up and no good. Wilson.
Wilson was clobbered on the way up, too.
We got a foul call.
Hatcher.
58 seconds to go. The Clockers couldn't get it to fall. They had 4 shots. And a foul called on, I'm not sure who.
Hatcher.
McLaughlin's at the line for the 1-on-1. Going to be a wild one here. Clockers could not get it to go. Westwood dodged the bullet of the foul on Imbornone, the technical, and they still have a shot with 58 seconds to go. McLaughlin shot, no good. Jimenez down with the rebound. Up ahead to Robbie McConnell.
Slow it down, Robbie. Slow it down. Let him come. Okay, okay.
He's fouled by Prin. Well, they've had their chances, everyone. It's not been pretty the last 40 seconds or so. Fouls and fouls and fouls. And here's McConnell. No one's hit him.
Oh, this is a critical spot. 1-1 again.
Jim is quiet. And McConnell does not get it to fall. And Abdu picks it off up to Prin. Prin into the forecourt. Takes a three. No good. The rebound, Hatcher. Ball stolen away by Abdu. 37 seconds to go. Conley heaves it up. No good. And Hatcher again. Long pass down court to Wilson. He breaks away. Lays it up and in. And he's fouled by Abdu. That should do it. That's been the play of the ball game. Wilson sneaking away with the long lead passes. And Big John has played the game of his life tonight for the Clockers.
Boy, I'll tell you something. Back up the floor, too. When Jimenez got in there to pull down that rebound, I almost thought that they'd call a lane violation. He was in there so quickly.
Hatcher's done a great job on the boards tonight.
To say the least. That's what I say. He's got 4 points in the game, but you're going to remember his name when it's all over.
Wilson hits the foul
there
shot.
You go.
67-59, 29 seconds to go. Abdu picks it up. Off on the side now, off to McLaughlin. Shot is no good. Abdu to Turk. McLaughlin another three.
That's a brick.
Benoit has the rebound and Hatcher has it. Now he's
clobbered.
Whacked by the green shirts. 67-59. And it looks like the Clockers are going to escape tonight with an enormous win. John Wilson playing the game of his life for the Clockers tonight. As Hatcher is at the line for 1-1. And he hits it.
His first free throw of the night. Good as gold. Drained it.
Gotta love the temperament, coolness of Kevin Hatcher. Way he runs the floor and rebounds. Here's Prin. Like him quite a bit. Down the lane. Up no good. Jimenez the board. Long lead pass for Wilson. 5 seconds to go. Throws it up. And Jimenez lays it in.
How about that?
Whoa! That's the exclamation point on that one.
Whoa.
As the Clockers come out with a 70-59 win that was in doubt. It was down to what, 3 or 4 points a couple of times. And they just raced away at the end as Bob Williams has the Clockers in position for another run at the Tri-Valley League title. An amazing story in itself. Here's a team 18-2 last year, lost 40 points, completely rebuilt, and challenging again for the title. A great job of coaching by Bob Williams, probably the least heralded guy in the league, doing a yeoman's job with the squad he has, keeping them in contention and really in the battle, in the thick of the Tri-Valley League, avenging one of their early season losses to Westwood with the 11-point victory tonight, and a really entertaining basketball game.
Well, this was a game it came down, as you said, to the last couple of minutes, and absolutely was in doubt as Ashland managed to dig themselves a big hole between not having the kind of a disciplined offense that I know that they can put on because they've done it before. They somehow lost their discipline on offense. They gave up a load of points to Mark Connolly in that second half, specifically 17. And then at crunch time, they fouled too much, and then they failed to convert when they had their foul shots. But luckily, you build up a 20-point lead at the end of a half, and the bottom line is you can come out and you can give the other guys a 19-point run, and you're still ahead. And basically that's what it came down to until Westwood just flat ran out of time, and certainly the foul against Imbernoni, not to mention the technical it was called. I think despite the fact that Ashland
didn't convert,
that Jimenez missed 2 on the foul, and then
Wilson
missed 2 on the technical. Regardless of that, I think that just took the wind out of Westwood's sails, and that was really the ball game. But that came down to the last couple of minutes, and this thing was in doubt.
Well, you got to give Westwood credit. They trailed by 20, and did a great job of getting back in the game and sliced that lead down to 3. Really had a shot, too.
They had a shot. They had their chances. You know, they went to the well. I think they went to the same well, namely Connolly, just once too often, as it